of bears, we have a bare oak right here. And this is where Red Maple Run starts. This is our border. Now what we have here, simple. By looking at the leaf, you can see we have a red maple. And that's exactly what our path is called. We'll let it fly with the wind. Right here, we have a scarlet oak. You can tell, again, by the leaf, got a little scarlet in there, you know? Right here, we have a cherry. And all these trees, except for these bushes, count up to our 71 trees in Red Maple Run. Now, most of our trees are over 20 feet. The ones that are under seem to be cherries, and that could be due to seed dispersal. Now, if you look in here, we have many of the soccer team's soccer balls because they really don't know how to shoot. So I'm just gonna go get that back. Now we come up to the snowman. We have him. And again, we just have a couple bushes. If you look up here, we have pine trees that come across the whole back of Red Maple Run. There's a red maple right in front of that pine tree. This one's an extra credit. We didn't get that one. And then we finish with Devil's Walking Stick. Right? Schmear. Ah, hey class. Now what we have here is a map of Red Maple Run. I'm going to read off some of the trees that we have in the total area. We have red maple, obviously, flowering dogwood, sassafras, American beech, pin oak, Norway maple, northern catalpa, white oak, choke cherry, and then we have a couple other trees along the way that I'll identify. Now, where we are right now on this map is the classroom. So our area doesn't start until the white oak tree, the yellow poplar tree, which is coming up over there. I'm going to take you just straight along the path, and we're going to go this way, and I'll identify all these trees and all these trees. As you can see, the pond is towards my back right now. Yellow poplar right here. This is where our... I'm really sorry about that. The storm really hit Red Maple Run hard. You can see that our path is kind of congested. This is a yellow poplar. It's over 20 feet and contributes to our over-under scale. Down here, you can see that there is a American beech right here with the flower right there. This is a pin oak. It's a pine tree right here. Pretty nice. And then along the borders, we have a pin oak, which isn't on our property, and then this red maple, which most red maples run along this whole side of this area right here. And you can see all the leaves mostly fell off this tree, but it is a red maple. So we're going to continue on down Red Maple Run. We have 2 red maples here, actually 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Red maple, pin oak, a couple pine trees. I mean, it's pretty standard in here, I'm not going to lie. And this one, personally, is my favorite tree because if you smell the bark, you can tell that it's a sassafras. You can really identify it that way. You can just chip a piece off. Yeah, that's definitely sassafras right there. So we're going to keep going on. Red maple, which looks to be about 20 feet. This one is a flowering dogwood right here, which is under. All the leaves fell off again. Right here we have some cherries, which I said that's due to dispersal. You can find that they're pretty skinny. They're pretty skinny trees. They're all fairly new, and we have them a lot on the other side of Red Maple Run as well. This is a big red maple, which is clearly over 20 feet. Yeah, no, that's not a sassafras clearly because it's a red maple. I can't smell anything. So I'm just gonna keep moving on. Here was a cherry. Leaves fell off. There was another sassafras one right here. but those leaves all fell off. A lot of these are under 20, except for this pine tree right here, which is pretty big. And our border goes right up to here. Oh, dude, he ran away. I could have sworn I saw the Keebler elf in there. He was making cookies. Something weird. I don't know. Now that brings us to the other side of our red maple run. Right here is another red maple. Again, this one's a little skinnier than the others. Up here you can see we have a cherry, and there's a lot of cherries. This one's a cherry, and look how thin they are. So they're all in the same area, which again, seed dispersal. This one is a new tree. This is American Beech, and you can actually tell also by the bark. You can't sniff it, but I mean you can see it's pretty soft. So I mean,
the baby's bottom.
It's a baby's bottom right there. Right here, there's a bird squeaking. I think he's hungry. We have a northern catalpa, which these leaves are really big and noticeable. I'll see if I can find the ground, but these are broken trees, but they are northern catalpas. What we have, another red maple, and this is pretty cool because this is a flowering dogwood, which is just in its beginning stages of life. So it'll end up like something like that American Beech that I just showed you back there, or this American Beech, which surprisingly has all of its leaves on, so it must be like a late bloomer. You can see there's a bunch of dead trees right here. Back over here, we have a white oak tree next to the American Beech right here. That's the Sassafras Slope guys, I think. They're say grab your Peterson, I think. I don't know. American Beech, like I said, right there. You can tell by the bark. Another cherry, thin cherry right here. An American Beech. Yep, cherry. And then what's interesting up here is that somebody came up here and planted a whole row of northern catalpas. So I'm going to have my filmmaker, Jay, stand right over here to show you the line of trees going down this way. There's several this way, and there's several that way. So you can see this is this tree right here. It's a northern catalpa. Nope, go back. Yeah, right there. That's a northern catalpa. That's a northern catalpa. This is a northern catalpa. This, however, is not a northern catalpa. You know what this is, Jay? It's a cherry.
Cherry.
Yeah, it's a cherry. Attaboy. Way to go. Here's a cherry. There's a cherry. Everybody gets a cherry. However, this tree doesn't. This is extra credit. Still weren't able to identify this one. Maybe you know Mr. Deanna, because I don't. This is a cherry. And then, like I said when we were on the other side of this, here are the 3 pine trees that border, and then there's another one, and there's actually a Norway maple right over there. This is a pine tree, and then these are all cherries, and you can see that this white oak is our border. I'm sorry, I keep calling it a white oak. It's actually yellow poplar, and you can tell by the leaf. So that's all for Red Maple Run. If you have any questions, call me, 610-235-9438. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.